Do you have Ganyu? Do you want Ganyu? Do you want to level Ganyu? Do you listen to everybody else on YouTube or Reddit that says certain things? Do you feel the same way? Do you use your own brain? Questions. Basically, I've been hearing a lot that like 60 to 70 isn't worth, or 70 to 80 isn't worth, or 80 to 90 isn't worth. I mean, to be honest, getting to 80 isn't hard. Doesn't really take a lot of time. Doesn't take a lot of grinding. Doesn't take a lot of effort. 80 to 90, on the other hand, does. Ish, compared to the other ones. Compared to the other levels, it takes a little bit more time. I heard a lot of people saying that 80 to 90 is not worth, and I still hear it all the time. I'm like, you're playing an RPG where you're going to be playing it long term. When you level up a character, you become stronger. How do you compare a ratio of time and grinding, XP, Mora, mats required for ascension? How does that even become into an equation or a narrative or a discussion or an argument like this much Mora isn't worth more damage? This much XP isn't worth this much survivability. Like, it's not even relevant. What? I get if you're trying to level lots of characters and you don't want to spend the time to get a character to 90. That's fine. That's fine. But the argument of it not being relevant because of the resources is dumb. So, question: Do you want to level to 90? What is it going to do? How big of a change is it actually going to be? Game. Okay, we're back for now. So I leveled for science, not for you or for science. For me too, for science. I leveled Ganyu, got her, leveled her to 80. And I probably should have stopped at 70. This idea didn't pop in my head until after I was 80. And in the future, I might do this with other characters. Basically, I got her to 80. I put on a bunch of gear. Okay, leveled all her gear to like 16. Got all her talents to basically 6. Because after 6, it's going to start requiring your weekly rewards from the weekly bosses, okay? So there hasn't been enough rewards at all since launch yet to really max out any character's talents across your whole team. Unless, maybe. But still, so the point is, I'm going to keep most of my characters at 6 because that's obtainable. You can farm that easily. And I'll show off a domain where it's just Ganyu at level 80. And then I'll level her up to 90 and do the same domain so you can see exactly what increases and by how much. And then you can just decide if leveling to 90 is worth it or not. And then at the end, I'll have some kind of spreadsheet or something to show the numbers so you don't have to take notes as you're looking. All right, well, let's get into it. So what are we rocking? We're rocking level 90 bow. Yeah. And then these, I think, are almost all 16. I have an 18 and a 13. Yeah, crit damage instead of crit rate. That should have been 16. Those aren't bad numbers. It's better than most of my characters. What's my cryo at? 38. Elemental Master on 124. She's got a pretty decent build. $18K? Holy crap. What is the white damage? It's so low. Oh, that fireball. Yeah, the white damage numbers are dog shit. Oh, get that thing away from me. Go shoot that thing. Yes. Do they have cryo resistance? Why are they not taking like 10k damage? Oh, they are. $20k? $12k? Ah, the ball! Ah, the ball! Ah, the ball! I think single-handedly kills me. It's fine. That's fine. So the 10k turned into 13k. The 8ks turned into 9ks. All right, so there's the difference between 80 and 90. There's a lot of different numbers happen. It's bizarre. I don't know why there's so many different versions. You should have just like a base attack and then your crit damage. I know there's things that are occurring like melt and stuff like that, but it's a little irritating. But you got the gist of it. To be honest, it's not a huge difference, but it's a difference. It's a difference. If you're gonna be playing the game and it's your favorite character, why not? Why not? But how long does it take? I'm gonna have a video covering exactly how long it takes to level from 80 to 90 with no resources to begin with. So how long it takes to farm everything required. It's a lot more than I thought. It's a lot more than I thought. I've been having arguments with people in chat about it. It's a lot longer. All right, so basically here's the gear that I was rocking. If you didn't catch it earlier, it's running 4-piece Wanderer's Troop, 1-piece Vera for stats. All 5-star legendary items. They were averaging item level 16. One was 13, one was 18. I'm running an attack timepiece, a cryo cup, and a crit damage crown. Those are the substats. And then over here, this is my level. This didn't change either. This is also 38.7. These are my level 80 stats. And these are my level 90 stats. So only the defense, the attack, and the HP went up, obviously. And you'll have to ignore the crudeness of this. Normally, if you're familiar with my older content like Save the World, I always make everything pretty. I'm in a hurry trying to do things. It's my kid's birthday today. But anyways, so here's me logging damage numbers that I saw that were being displayed on screen at the different levels in the dungeon if you missed it. So like the skill hit for 1769, then it crit another time later on for 4598. So 1796 when I was level 90, it was doing 1983. For some reason the crit was less. Again, there's different reactions that are occurring in there that don't make sense to me since I'm only using one character. But so the crit was actually less when I was 90. That doesn't mean when you turn 90 it's going to be less. There was something happening in the game. some reaction or something. The charge attacks, I was hitting for 4330, 3256, 7103, 4825, 4825, 1857. Okay, those are the charge attacks, not the ricochets. And then here's the charge attacks down here. I was hitting some 12Ks, man. I don't understand. I don't understand. They were crits, but so was this. Like, that's a huge jump. I don't understand. Then 4825s are probably the 5343s. I don't know what these were. But so everything went up there. The ricochets, I hit as hard as 18K at level 80, at level... Sorry, I forgot to record them down. I had to go back and grab them from the video. They're in the video. They're already there. I just didn't have them on the spreadsheet. There was a little bit of magic where I timed and editing. But, yeah, 20, so 18 to 20. 13Ks are probably the increased 10Ks. The 7Ks, I don't know what that came from. 9Ks are probably the increased 8. So you do more damage there. The burst was hitting for typically 442. 447 was the increase. The 1149 probably went to the 1273. 869 is normally 814. So again, small increase. The basic attack, same thing. I hit for 261, 293, 359, 403. So again, just a small percentage increase. Crit 740 or 974, 1388. So is it worth? I hate that question. Is it? It's up to you. Again, you're going to be stronger. You're going to have more defense. You're going to have more HP. Why not grab it? It's good. It's good. The argument being, again, this is the thing that cracks me up, because the narrative that everybody has in the community is it's not worth. It's an increase, okay? What's not worth, or what could potentially be not, and so that people need to rethink how they're hearing this information or repeating the information. Leveling up is worth. Period. What might not be worth is your time for what you want to accomplish in the game. Okay? If you're trying to level a bunch of characters, and you don't feel like you're going to need a bunch of 90s, let's say you're clearing content at level 70 and level 80, why go to 90? Go level more characters if that's what your plan is, okay? Then it's not worth it to you to level to 90. But the idea that level 90 is worthless, silly. To farm all the Mora required for your ascension and your levels from 80 to 90, that's going to take you 1.75 days worth of farming. And this is only using your 160 resin. This does not include people like me who buy resin. I buy a 50 Primo Gem stack of 60 resin. I buy the 100 and then a following 100. So I drop 250 Primo Gems a day for an additional 180 resin on top of the 160. So I do this more than twice as fast as everybody else. That's why for me at first it was like, this doesn't take very long. So this was roughly like 5 days for me to get everything. And I already had material, so it was even less than that. But Mora, from 0 Mora, is going to take you 1.75 days. XP at 0 XP, 3.625 days. So 3.5 days. Okay, so basically your 4th day, your 2nd day. Bosses for all the gems, okay? It's going to take you 6 days. What about the boss materials, okay? Takes you a lot less. The gems are what take forever. The gems are what take forever. So you combine all of that, 11.37 days. Now you also need your little crappy materials from just the standard people, like the treasure hoarders give you coins, that kind of crap. Those you can farm all the time. And during this 11.375 day period, you can go farm those materials within those days. So it's not going to add any extra time onto the 11.375. Same thing goes for the plants, things you have to go farm. You can do that during those days, so it doesn't add any extra time. Then obviously if you have stuff saved up, it's going to cut this time down. If there's events that are going on also, that's going to cut time down. And I didn't throw in an estimate for level 6 talents, and I didn't throw an estimate in for our artifact leveling up. That's not a requirement for leveling a character. So, and I might add that into the other video when I show the breakdown of how long it takes to actually farm things and the average rewards and drop rates of stuff that you get. It's disgusting. World level 7. World level 7. You don't get shit. All right, so there you go. Now you can actually make an educated guess or decision. An educated decision on whether or not you want to spend the time to go to level 90 or not. I will be doing this for more characters because it's fun and it's the kind of information that I want to see and know. If I was to have limited time or limited funds, like, well, what do I really want to do? So hopefully it helped you out, answer some questions. Again, don't get sucked into the sheep mentality where you're just listening to people without even actually seeing proof. I'm going to put out a couple more videos on Ganyu. There's already too many out there, so there's not really anything new I can do. But I want to get in the habit of making some build videos and some guide stuff. The next banner coming out is going to have Zhao. I have already farmed almost all of his materials, so we should have Zhao ready to roll day of, if not the day after release, and leveled to 80, 90. And I'll have a video out like this. I'll also have some guide stuff. We've already been doing a lot of theory crafting on what kind of builds we want to use with him and what could work. We've already been testing some stuff because there's a lot of what ifs. So I'll have a prepping for Zhao video out very soon as well. And then all this stuff happens on stream, if you didn't already notice. So if you feel like you're bored in the evening, you want to swing by, I stream over on Twitch at twitch.tv/SlyGumbi between the late night evenings. And then you can follow me on Twitter at SlyGumbi for news, updates, and goofiness. We got a Discord. I got tons of links down below for all kinds of stuff, videos, goofy stuff, my socials. You know how it works. And we got playlists, all kinds of things on YouTube. Yeah. See you guys in the next one. Bye-bye now.